Is it on? Okay. I don't know either, babe. Let's see. Okay. Testing to see. No way, Riri. That's exciting. Okay. And you said it's live on the Craft Along with Vaughn? Are you certain? Hey, Linda. How's it going? I'm having some technical difficulties. But other than that, like we got our stream going and then like the power blipped and so everything crashed. But I think we're back up and going now. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to close everything on the tablet so I can see what on earth is going on. We're experimenting with try streaming today. So we should have like a vertical thing going on with our Back to Earth Creations YouTube channel. And then the horizontal. Oh, Barbie's in? But yeah, check this, honey. It's uh-huh. Ah, there we are. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. It says swipe up for the next stream the whole time. Hey Isis mommy, hey Barbie. I remember when you used to do Dragon Eyes all the time. Me too. And today, well, we painted these yesterday in our live stream, and you can see here that's how the background came out. I'm trying to get a bearing of like where I need to be in frame for the vertical. So this tablet's actually going to come in really handy. Hey Randy, at your leisure, if you could bring me the charge block and a mini USB cord. Hey Kelly, you can't see. Okay, hey Kelly, we've got a face cam up over this way that if you want to see the like full screen version, you can find us over on Kick. Which I'm getting pulled up right now. And I'm gonna do some pop out chat. Do 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 do. How are you doing today, Linda? Oh boy, this is exciting though. I'm kind of nervous because it's just different. Can I get the split view to trade sides? No, this will just be how we are today. Do, do, do. How are you doing today, Kelly? Okay, so I'm going to start by going ahead. You can see I wanted to do a very translucent dragon eye on this so that we could back it with the glow clay so you can kind of see the light coming through it. Hey Laura, how are you doing? I was going to text you and let you know, but I keep forgetting. I think of you every time I use my dustpan. I just remember at the camp along how something had dropped and crashed, and you and I just like popped up out of the woodworks to come and be cleanup crew. Right on. That's good to hear. Linda says, I'm wonderful. How are you today? I'm doing pretty well. Trying to healthily manage stress, which is always an adventure. But, well, hey, Raptor, how's it going? Do it, my love? Having difficulty with the Craft Along with Vaughn. Are you? Yeah, I can't. It doesn't show that I'm live on Craft Along with Vaughn at all. I went to the Dickens Festival after church today. Oh, what was that like? How was the weather, first off? Because it's super sunny, but like mega cold here today. Uh huh. I trust your judgment, baby. Do whatever you like. Oh, Laura says, it is freezing. Oh, goodness. And so you can see I've got. Okay, thank you, honey. I'm not gonna say all. I thought of a dirty joke. I was like, "Girl, me too." But no, that's awesome. That I hope the snow didn't disrupt anything. Do what, baby?
No snow on our wedding. Did get 8 inches on our
It's wearing a fleece-lined sweatsuit and snow boots, so I was okay. Right on. So I'm just using a palette knife. You can use anything to just scrape off that excess from around the edges. Just because I really just want it adhering to the back. But what I'm very excited about, let's see if we can see how it glows. So I'm just charging it up with a UV flashlight right now.
Oh, duh.
What up, baby?
Set it to private.
Well, do you want to undo that and we can see if we do all three, or did you want to just do the two, or? Oh, there it goes. And then I'm going to set it on our tile face down. Because if you can see, oh, come on. There you go. Really getting that charged up.
There it's live. Okay, you are officially triple streaming.
Oh, we're triple streaming, y'all.
Oh, right.
There we go. I am everywhere now. Yes. Brandy says just like in Lawnmower Man. But yeah, so that's how we'll bake it. So the glow on the eyes is going to be a little bit more subtle, but I really wanted that purple color shift. So I'm going to set that off to the side, and now we can take just another little pinch of our clay. Laura says the YouTube live just notified me. Nice. Hey, Al. Oh, that's good to hear that you're good. It's been in ages, Raptor. What you been up to? 24 degrees in Georgia. My goodness. Yeah, we've got the heater's been running nonstop, and I'm still froze. I'm wearing my thick hunting socks, and my toes are still froze. And we've got all the pipes dripping because with the wind chill last night, it got down to 1, which is cold. That's burr cold. I don't like it. Okay, so we're getting that shaped around, and then we're going to come in here, and I'm just going to be scraping that edge. Just to remove any excess. -9. Gross. Gross. I hope y'all are staying warm. I just wouldn't leave my house at that point. I mean, I don't anyways, hardly in the winter, but burr. Yes. I'm currently facing a temporary health issue. Oh, I have gallstones. I'm not sure how big they are, though. That's scary. I hope you're okay. We're cheering for you. All right, so there's our other eye. I'm going to try to get it nice and charged.
Well, I'm just tickled I was able to figure this.
Me too, honey. Raptor says it'll be okay. It will. Now let's see if it does what we were hoping it does.
Yep.
And that all of our hard work is worth the effort. Are you? Oh, there you can kind of see the glow, you guys. The camera doesn't really want to pick up on it. It's cool. Hey, Randy, may I hand you these to go put in the oven that has been preheated for... Let's go ahead and... Yeah, because it's 30 minutes per 1/4 of an inch, and that is barely 1/8 of an inch of clay. So now I'm going to cram the rest of this on in here. Ooh, right on, Isis Mommy. And I'm going to clean my tools. Ah! Its head came off. I tugged on it too hard and the head came off. Tuck that on over here. And now we get to sculpt on this dragon.
We're at 26.
Ooh-wee, that's balmy. 26 degrees. Like, it's cold enough that I just brought my jug of water that I'm supposed to be drinking. And just sitting, it's going to be just as cold as if it was in the fridge. All right. So we're going to get this turned. We've got 2 cameras set up. So if you're watching us on Kick, you're able to see over here. Whereas if you're watching on the YouTube, you're just getting a close up of my face. If I can trouble you for that charging block, my love. Getting this set up. All right, so now let's see. Do I still have my knife over here? Uh-oh, I lost my new knife already. Ow. Thank you, baby. There's my knife. And how's the audio? Not too scratchy, or? He's showing me his setup.
Got your Kick stream,
Mm-hmm.
your YouTube stream,
Mm-hmm.
Kick chat, Back to Earth Creations chat, Crash on the Phone chat.
Right on.
Nice.
And your anime. I love it. So this is how the head came out from the foam that we did yesterday. Do what, babe? Randy says, hey. There we go. I'm going to try to keep that. Oh, heck, I can't. Maybe if I do it sideways. Sure, that'll do. Okay, so now we're going to get the trash can lined up just underneath our station here. And let's start whittling down. Because I'd like to remove big old chunks, but I want to, be mindful about how I'm doing it. And I don't want to just be doing this messy with a rasp. I've never done this technique with the expanded foam the way that I'm doing here. Oh, excellent. I'm glad that it is, Barbie. Randy, if we get any questions or anything through, will you let me know? That way I'm not being...
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, over on Kick? Gotcha. Because this, what we're doing here, is just the base foam layer. We're going to be sculpting over all of this with freeform air. But I just wanted to be able to flesh out the cheeks a little bit and start testing things for how we'd be attaching the neck. So I just kind of want to trim that on down. Pretty pleased with how that's looking so far. Hey, World of Strange. How's it going? We are working on a dragon. Trying to not cut any fingers or toes off. If we can help it. Well, I can definitely say, Randy, I'm not sad at all that we went with this 18 millimeter as opposed to 25 millimeter cutting knife. This is perfect. Like, if it had been any thicker, it'd have been too thick. Yeah. Man, and like the horns aren't really stable anymore because I was messing with them. There we go. Randy's muttering something that might be a good sign. It's either a good or a bad sign. I'm not sure. Uh-oh, there goes some of the chin. Whoopsie. I've had to hype myself up so much today about this dragon because I'm so nervous about it. Because sometimes you just don't know how something's going to come out until you do it. And there's no sense stressing when you could be working. Isis Mommy asks, is this going to be wearable or decor? This one's actually going to be a, it's going to be wall hanging, a decor, like 100% for sure. Whereas most of our other stuff, you can wear it or hang it on a wall. This one's just for hanging on a wall. What's up, baby? Mm-hmm. On YouTube, like Back to Earth. Oh, one, and it's from the Back to Earth Creations, but that time's out. There we go. And then I'm gonna keep going like this. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Okay, that's looking all right. That's looking pretty good. And the narrator just went, it was in fact not all right or looking pretty good. I'm like, shut up, narrator. Okay. So I'm just getting some more of this trimmed down. Because I didn't know how I wanted to attach the neck. I had made some little like foam, like cakes, like pancakes. And I was like, well, I'll just put those on the, it's not, I tried. It didn't work the way I thought it was going to work. So I've decided I don't have to have everything figured out. I just got to go. So this is us going. And I also needed to test and see if I can carve this expanded foam with a rasp, which I did not test first, which is dismaying, but that's okay. Everything's going to be okay. How do I make this be upside down? So I'm gonna bring that up. This is too tall now, but we may be able to make it work. Because if I just bring it down here and sit it on the trash can, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. You always know how to adapt. Oh, well, thank you for believing in me. Do what, baby? Hey, Al. If you can give me a second to reply in between. Otherwise, I can't keep up. Well, you said Yvette came in? What did Yvette say? Well, hey, Yvette, how's it going? And we're not in frame. Womp. Now are we in frame? I'm currently unplugged for a little bit just while we're at this angle. There we go. Yeah, because where I'm currently at, Randy, I can't read anything except for the YouTube one. Oh, excellent. Here we go. Because I didn't realize how much more mass was on this side than on this one as far as the jaws went. But that's okay. How are y'all digging these squeaky foam noises? Or is it as loud for you as it is for me? Well, hey, Elizabeth. I am making a dragon wall bust. Yeah, I think it might be time to use the rasp. And depending on how this dusts, I may need to wear a respirator. So this is the rasp that I'm using. This is disgusting. It's such a mess. Oh, it's fine. Oh, right on. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. I agree. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go mask up, you guys. But that's okay. It's right here. And we get to test and see how the audio is, even when I've got the mask on. Masked up. Darth Vader mode activate.
Okay, I've got a question.
Yeah.
Assuming that this is working the way that we want it, can you get two chats to work? Pick and one of you. Which YouTube do you prefer?
The one that people are chatting on. Whichever one is more active. I don't know what the answer to that is. So I think back to Earth. Yeah.
I'm going to need your audio
Uh huh.
from your
Okay.
and link it to the factor.
All right. If that's what we have to do.
That's what I have to do.
Right on. So we're using a couple of different foams here. Oh, right on, Raptor. Yeah, this isn't exactly my usual standard fare as far as what I live stream, but that's all right. I still appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. Mm-hmm. So I'm mostly just trying to make polygons that match on each side and then shave them down so that it's like matching polygons. What's up, babe?
Card says celebrating their subscription with 26 months.
Woohoo!
How's your urchin?
Oh, moister than an oyster, you know me. I just want to say there is nothing quite like the sensation that every choice I am making is the wrong one, and I don't know what I'm doing, but just kind of blindly going and trusting anyways. And that's exactly where I'm at with this project right now. Because I don't know what I'm doing, but wish me luck because we're doing it. And it helps me so much whenever I can't tell with my eyes. I can tell with my hands.
Well, I got it set up correctly. Here.
Oh, yeah?
It's taking it time.
Okay. But yeah, you can see the horns are like wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Oh my gosh, is it? The timer doesn't lie. All right, I'm gonna be rasping again, so check your audio, y'all. I don't want to be loud in your ear, but I also can't really help it. Can you put it in the kiln? This is super duper loud. I'm gonna mute the mic for a minute. Is that okay? Crazy messy. You are correct. Fortunately, I don't keep a super clean house, so I'm not like, oh no, it's gonna be dusty. But no, we'll just vacuum it all up whenever it comes time. There we go. All right. So let's see. Isis Mommy says that they can see the chat just fine. But I think Randy's been trying to get it to where it'll show up on like where we have it on Kit. Whoop, there we go. Maybe that'll. Okay, I'm going to turn the mic off again. Well, this shouldn't be as loud. Well, hey, Giovanna, how's it going? How are you doing today? And I thought I had done all the sculpting on the head that I was going to be doing. But then I was like, I'm going to cover it with expanding foam. And now we're here, and I'm afraid of losing a thumb. So, wish me luck. Oh, thank you so much for the kicks, Barbie. Am I breathing super loud in y'all's ear? I don't know why, but that tickles me. Just heavy breathing. I'm probably putting my head in the way of the camera. Oh, okay. I'll keep heavy breathing to my own self then. Oh, really? Well, thank you so much, Tesha.
you heat the blade, it should go through like butter. Ooh, right on. Are you going to show more of your detailing that thing? Yes, when I get there. So this is, oh, this, I've never done this before, not this way. And so I don't know what the I'm doing, but you don't have to know what you're doing to have fun or to make a glorious mess. So we're going. And so I'm trying to check it, you know, from like all angles. You can probably, I should use a pen and make notes to myself because like we've got this over here. Hey, Wendy, do you have a crapped up Sharpie I can use? It's going to ruin the tip, but okay. Oh, okay. Maybe we should buy more Sharpies. Oh, yeah? Oh, you say I have a whole drawer full of Sharpies? I know where that is. Okay. Oh, I found another candle cup. Excellent. Okay.
Where did you get a piece of foam big enough to do that?
The foam that we're using is actually great stuff in the can that you use for like, it's like crack filler. And so the way that we did this, y'all, is I had sculpted, gosh, probably back in like August, July or August, I sculpted this face from Monster Clay, made a silicone mold of it, and then cast it out of a product by Smooth On called Foam It 8. So it's like DIY styrofoam. Same thing for the gazelle horns here. And then just yesterday, we used a can of Great Stuff expanding foam to like get in back here to kind of fill in. We merged like some pink insulation foam, filled in the gap. This armature that we're using is actually, we had an extra motorcycle helmet because whenever we make our motorcycle helmet display, thank you, baby, because whenever we make our regular dragon heads that are intended to be worn, this is kind of like what we display them on. But then I thought it'd be pretty cool if we attached it at like an angle, and that way this would be how it like hangs like on a wall. Mostly because we needed space for all the horns and stuff. But caught my wrist before it fell. And so I'm just gonna, we've got this angle coming this way. So I'm gonna need to remove all that. Hey, Illumination. Thank you for stopping by. What you up to today? And then I think, I don't know. I don't think I mined that right there on the bottom. But yeah, you can kind of see, this is some of the wire from where there's like a metal loop in here that we wired to the jaw and then used the expanding foam to fill in that gap. But I'm going to need to sand down a little bit more here because, yeah, let's see. I just want to bring that side down. Okay. All right, I'm going to mask back up. We're going to do some more rasping, and then we're actually probably going to be sculpting some like horns and using some resin. Oh, baby. Using some different resin things. Here, this isn't warm.
It's warmer.
It's not warm enough, and I'm leaning forward a lot. But thank you. You can use it for me. Randy, he's so sweet. He brings me hot water bottles. What am I getting? A mask. Okay, let's drink some Wawa. I'm sitting on the ground. Nice. It has a wall hanging. It is a wall hanging dragon head. Yes. Well, thank you so much, Tessra. We do all sorts of stuff here at Back to Earth Creations, but my passion currently is sitting around sculpting and specifically dragon heads. So this is the first of this type, but it certainly will not be the last.
I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so y'all can perhaps have a better idea of what's happening. And the audio is going to go off for a little bit just because it's really... you can turn it down if you don't like it. You clicked on my face. Oh, yeah. The white foam is really loud, so I am going to mute for a sec. Absolute and actual mess. So we're gonna... that is one awkward shape to deal with. Hey, Red Dragon. It sure is, but that okay. My super sexy hunting socks, but it's cold in this house, y'all. Alright, so let's see.
Oh, okay. Taking the mask off. There we are. I can feel my face. And let's see. We're gonna clean shop just a little real quick, and then we get to go into the next stage of horrible noises today, and that is the crinkling of aluminum foil. But I'm gonna have the microphone off again. So there's our streaming station. I'm just gonna set that up there for a sec. Let me check and catch up with chat for just a moment. Vaughn, wouldn't it have been easier to sculpt the head without the horns first? Yes. Yes, yes, it would have. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah. Oh. Okay, yeah, we had the volume off because it was quite loud. The sanding of the stuff, but oh no, honey, you don't want any of this, baby. Let's see, do we have some more? I love Byzantine box weave is so similar. Well, hey Sarah, how's it going? Linda says I was just showing my daughter your dragon heads, and she said, "Wow, now that's talent." Oh my gosh, well that's such a compliment. Thank you. Oh. Oh, box weave's fantastic. Oh, were you able to get it, Barbie? It can be tricky at first. It's like once you know how to do Byzantine, you can get box chain pretty quick. And then if you learn full Persian 6-in-1, then you'll just like flip flop back forth between box chain and full Persian. Or at least that's been my experience. No, Z-Dog, you don't want none of this. Hey Randy, I have to vacuum. This is gonna make me insane if I don't. Yeah, if you could bring that. I was gonna let you know. Normally I'd wait until after, but I don't want Z to start eating foam. Come on, baby. Nope. No eating foam. I know it looks like delicious. He literally, I was like, I don't want him to eat foam. And he was like, oh, I can eat foam? Oh, my eyeballs itch. Okay. So I'm going to turn off the audio again for just a sec, you guys. So let's take a look at how the dragon eyes themselves came out. Randy was so kind as to pull those out of the oven for me. And so now we can come on over here. And I certainly by no means got the whole, like it is not clean, but at least I'm not going to be tracking foam crumbs through the house, and hopefully Z won't be eating any. So that's my goals for the day, is to just not track the mess through. Barbie says, yes, ma'am. It took a bit, one episode of frustration with tiny tears, but it finally clicked and flowed after that. Right on. Oh, I understand that. Oh, those look so cool. So I don't know if you're able to see that little bit of purple color shift. I mean, it's a lot more green now that it's been baked, I feel. But it's still pretty. I'm still digging it. And then if we can charge it up to see it glow. Let's see. Oh, that is so cool. Okay, so that's pretty neat. I like it. Yeah. Well, thank you, baby. At least the tiny shells were in a baggie, so just large shells. Oh no, you dumped a box of shells. Oh no. Well, it is what it is. These things sometimes happen, huh? All right, so trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Oof. Because a lot of what keeps happening is I feel like I'm just messing with the tripod 90% of the stream, but it is what it is. So because I want you guys to be able to see, and since we're streaming to two, we've got the kick format where it's the whole spread, and then we've got over on YouTube as well. So the eyes will be going in like so. But I think I'm actually going to sculpt the eyes into a polymer clay like socket, sort of, if that makes sense. What do you think, Randy? I was thinking about sculpting the eyes into polymer clay that would then set into the socket. That way I could do slightly more detailed, I can do much more detailed sculpting with polymer clay than I can the freeform air.
Are you wanting to put like wrinkles on the eyelids, or?
You know that alien eye that we sold in the auction? It was gray, it was purple, a person was an ass about it.
Yes.
Not in the auction, but elsewhere. It'd be that style of just like getting them to match. That way I can kind of just set them in and then go from there.
If you feel it's worth it, I mean, I think that you do.
This is something, especially after Reignited, that I wanted to experiment with. And I need to do the expanded foam on the neck. I need to do the foil. So we're going to do the foil first, and then we're going to do the expanded foam over that. And then I'm going to, for the remainder of the stream, sculpt some of the finer details, because I can use one of the other faces with like cling wrap inside the eye, so I can make sure it like will set into the socket.
Get that stuff ready before you do. The foam needs to be the last thing you do.
Okay.
It's just a wise decision.
You're right. And it'll be fine if we do it at the last. It won't. Okay, that's a good idea. Woo-hoo-hoo. Okay, so now we have a plan. Plans rarely survive first contact with reality, but it is still, I think, a good idea to have a little bit of a plan. So what we're going to do here, could be worse. That is true. That is super true. Giovanna says, hi, Randy. Randy says, hey, Giovanna. Well, thank you so much, Cassie. I'm excited about these eyes. They're glow in the dark. They're for my first custom dragon bust, which I think is pretty cool. That I'm not terrified about at all. But it's like I think it's good creatively to be kind of scared shitless. Have a little bit of a tension headache, you know, these sorts of things. So what all did I say? What is I was going to do?
Over a head.
Uh-huh.
And like socket the eyes. And then
Yes. I'm all out of cling wrap. That'd be perfect, like a little sandwich baggie. Okay, so you are a problem solver, honey. I appreciate that about so much too, because I'm a problem maker. I don't mean to be, but of all the things I make, I'm best at making messes and problems. And so it's really, really nice that Randy is a problem solver. I can cut it from there. Thank you, hun. Yeah, I figured I'll do it out of gray.
Okay.
And we'll kind of see how that goes. This is Cosclay, I believe. I didn't put it into a labeled bag.
Okay.
Or with the box. It's unlabeled, so I have no idea what firmness it is, but it feels like extra firm. Yes.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. I'm not a complete animal.
I mean.
Oh, okay. So let's see. We're gonna start by getting just a little bit more of my work surface because I don't want to be incorporating these foam shavings, these dirty foam shavings into the clay at all, because that is going to make some gross fumes when it bakes in the oven, I bet. So now I'm going to kind of try to sculpt around the eye in a way that I have done years and years and years ago, some eye sculptures. If I could, I'd find it on Instagram to show you all an example picture of kind of what it is that I have in mind. Okay, and I'm going to use an acrylic roller to, whoops, shape out just a little bit of the clay. But yeah, I recognize that today's live stream content is not exactly like great. I mean, but it's just, this is a real glimpse. I do live stream and make YouTube videos, but I'm an artist first and foremost. And this is just what a day in the studio looks like. Not a finely edited short, not a well edited tutorial. This is just our very real day in the shop. So when baking clay, do you use a metal baking pan, glass pan, or is there something else? I have used both. My favorite are these ceramic tiles, because otherwise I keep holding up all of my baking pans by having polymer clay projects on them. But I like these because I'll just sculpt them onto the project and then I can pick them up, like sculpt the project onto it, and then I can pick them up and move them over yonder to bake, and then, you know, I can set them on like a trivet to cool. Okay. Miss Fortune. Hey, Miss Fortune says, hey, Vaughn, the very first video and why I subbed to you was a Dragon Eye video. Noise. Then you might like these bad boys. I'm very pleased with them. I like kind of making derpy eyes. Okay. That's awesome. Yes. Okay. So it only takes a little bit of clay. And I was just thinking that, you know, it's not quite enough to go all the way around. But I just want to be able to kind of socket it in there to do the shaping. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in a little bit. Me too, Linda. So we just make like a little snake, like a little noodle, to put across the top of the eye. They do. We did the glow clay here on the back. Hey, Katrina. Yeah, we got the glow backing adhered and baked here in this live stream. So, okay, so that's a good length. And then just so that to keep myself from being a perfectionist, even if I'm happy with something, I'll oftentimes just wad it up. The impermanence of existence. Good to know. I baked the clay from last month's sub kit and it stuck to the pan. We'll try the tile next. Doing clay is very new to me. Oh, right on. Oftentimes, whenever I get sticking, what I'll do is you could put a little bit of paper or cornstarch onto your, like some people will bake their pieces in a little dish of cornstarch. And that it just, any that sticks just brushes off at the back. I don't do the cornstarch one because whenever something's stuck to the tile, I just use my tissue blade and just pop it off. But for some folks, did I miss Al's first live stream? I think I did. What you need, baby? Gotcha. But if any of y'all have advice to give on baking polymer clay on cornstarch, can you use parchment paper? I'd experiment and see. Like to make an experiment, I would just take something and like maybe test out a rubber stamp on it or just make something that I'm not worried about it getting scorched. So, well, hey, Debbie, how are you doing today? So I'm trying to make 2 little clay balls the same size because these are going to be like the top of the lid. Ooh, Cassie says, this is so fun to watch. I'm following your Dragon Mask tutorials to make my own dragon headpiece for Ren Fair, and it's so awesome you to post videos and streams of your process. Thank you very much. Oh, well, I hope to be helpful to you, and I'd love to see what you make whenever you get it finished or, anything like that. Hey, what is this channel about? All sorts of shit. No, we do crafting. I stream from my craft room. I'm a professional artist. Today we are making a dragon headdress. No, sculpture. It's just going to be a wall mount. So like taxidermy, but I want it to look like it's like coming through the wall. So we'll see how that goes. But right now I'm making the polymer clay setting I'm going to do some of the details around the eyes and hence the balls of clay. But we do a lot of like jewelry making tutorials, wire wrapping, chainmail. We have some leather tutorials that I hope to be making more videos about leatherworking in the future, because so much of our work has been tutorials that it's like, but our channel actually started out doing project like series where it's like, it was like building a cosplay, like 30 episodes of like 30 sessions of that. And yeah. Ooh, Miss Fortune says, this is only my second live stream. How do I actually choose to text someone without typing their whole name? Randy says you do the @ sign. Does that work on mobile too? Randy says, I think he thinks on mobile you have to type their entire name. Uh-oh. Let's see. Woo! Excuse me, y'all. Didn't mean to sneeze in your ear. Do you have a scale? No. That would be super handy. And I would love, like, we've got, like, it'll weigh grams, but it wouldn't register the subtle difference. I'd need a more sensitive scale. Oh, nice. Good luck with that. I like these sorts of crafts. You just gained a new subscriber. Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much. Hopefully we can be helpful to you. Okay, so there's the top noodles. Ooh, something that we could do to make them be like the same size is we can come over here to my pasta machine. Everybody, what? Thank you to our new follower, Smalls. Well, hey, Harleys. How are you doing today? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to feed it through our pasta machine. Our hairy, dusty pasta machine. Oh no, that I just embedded some filth into the clay. Y'all, if I can do this, you can do this. Okay, so by rolling, it's on the floor. This rock has pissed me off. Randy. I forget what Marcus says. What does he say? I'm in anguish. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh loud in your ear. Hey, look at that. It's not even so bad. It's almost like we just vacuumed. It's still a little filthy though, but you don't need it to be super clean. The dog hair just reinforces it probably. So now that it's all one thickness uniformly, I can take like a little clay cutter. I kind of love this, having the because like over on Kick in the Craft Along with Vaughn channel, there's like face cam too, and it makes me feel mischievous. It's just a wonder world of everything creative. It's something. Oh, well, I can't help myself. Your glue gun has seen some things. This glue gun. has PTSD. Like, this glue gun should be going to regular therapy, but it doesn't. It's raw dog in life. It's my glue gun. It's my emotional support glue gun.
Are these wild jewelries? Oh.
Thank you. I greeted her.
Oh.
Poor baby glue gun, right? That glue gun is older than one of my nieces. Like, Randy's like, can confirm. This glue gun is seasoned. Yes. This glue gun has flavor. Okay, let's see. So now we have, that's how I like to, in lieu of having a scale that's sensitive enough, this is how I like to get my balls to be the same size. So we're just going to come in through here and we're going to make a little noodle. You're a noodle. Rigatoni. Key. Pistachios. No, no one wants balls of different sizes. Well, it makes everything all lopsided. And especially when they're on your eyes, you've got to have it be like as symmetrical as possible because you can really see the difference. Randy says, and now I'm no, Misfortune says, now I'm hungry. As I said to my mechanic the other day, my car is to serve me, not me her own goodness. Well, we do try to take care of our equipment, but I just can't help myself. I'm a filthy little gremlin. Like, you can tell this is, I don't even know why I'm like this. I wasn't self-conscious about it until you said something. Now I feel like a dirty glue gun. Ooh, no, is it good? Wait till they're older. Okay, so we're going to try to get our noodles. Let me do this on a tile so you can see what's happening. Ta-da. Now we got our noodles more or less the same length and width. Barely. We're trying. Ooh, expensive. Not sure it's worth it. Okay, that's fair. And so I'm just trying to make, this is probably one of the best things to practice with polymer clay, any color polymer clay. You could do this with monster clay, you could do it with Play-Doh. Having good control over making consistent snakes has been super helpful to me. Like, that was the best thing I could have leveled up at to like help bring my work into what I wanted it to look like, was being able to just make the noodles the same. So like using an extruder really helps sometimes, because then you don't have to get the thickness, you just have to taper the tips. But I like that trick with using the pasta machine. Pardon me. I take care of her, but I don't clean her much. Okay, so now we have our noodles. And I like to do the bottom noodle first. And I'm having it be a little more on the front of the eye, because we get to really establish some, not character, not personality, some emotion here. Like, is the dragon going to be looking at you like, or is it going to be wide-eyed? And, you know, so we get to kind of decide that with how we place our noodles. Expression. Today I am using Cosclay. How are you doing, Harley? What do you mean?
Are you sure it's Costco?
No, I'm positive this was Cosclay. It was still in the brick, like
Okay.
like brick shape. So it's not been blended with anything weird yet. Sarah says, I've asked for an extruder for Christmas. Loki says, hey, Loki. Dragons, extremely intelligent ancient beings. Yes. Who 100% would give you side eye, probably. So, like, I want to learn how to make my dragons a little more expressive. And it's something that currently has happened just on accident. They'll, like, grow a personality. But I'd love to have a little bit more agency in deciding whether or not a dragon's going to be uh, very interested or very aloof, you know? But yeah, cosplay, Harley, it's very similar to Sculpey Primo in firmness on this medium firm or extra firm that I'm using, but some of their deco clays can be really, really soft. So that's just something good to keep in mind. But they bake at 275 degrees Fahrenheit, same as Sculpey, which I like. And but whenever it bakes, it's a very rubberized. Like, so you'd bake something and it would bend like almost like it hadn't been baked, but it won't tear and stuff. But it's just very flexible. It's a rubberized polymer clay. So I'm just kind of lining the middle of our top noodle up with the top of the pupil. Get out of here with your eye holes. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? Cos clay is a polymer clay. It's a rubberized polymer clay that whenever you bake it, it remains flexible. The company is Cos Clay. You can find their full assortment of everything that they carry at cosclay.com. Oh yeah, it's really nice. Like, I like it a lot for some things, but it also meshes really well. Like, you can put sometimes I'll bake some components of my pieces to be out of Sculpey Primo, and I'll bake some components of my pieces to be out of Cos Clay. In that way, like, if I want a nice stable foundation for something, I'll use Sculpey Primo. But then if I want like little like vine tendrils or something coming off of that to have flexibility, I'll use Cos Clay, and the two bind together well, unbaked, or you can use bacon bond. And so I'm kind of just squishing and thinking, if a dragon was cross-eyed, they would still be powerful, but have to work harder to be taken seriously. As a kid who had a super lazy eye and had to wear an eye patch for 2 years, I think you're right. Like, nobody takes you seriously when you're like, it's, they'll just, and in that paired with a southern accent, like, if you get a little too twangy, they're just like, okay, honey. And I was like, I'm smart, I promise. Like, I'm doing the best I can, honey. Old red dragon, when I could be winking, right on. Okay, Harley says, thank you so much. The one I have is hard and have to add water. Oh goodness, that sounds like maybe an air dry clay, because the polymer clay, it's like plasticine. It does not like water. Like, it's hydrophobic. So the water will make little like bubbles inside of it, but it won't absorb the water, which is great for using water as like a repel or something. So now I'm coming through, and with squeezing my finger and my thumb, I'm able to make the shape be just a little more, which a lot of what I'm doing here can be done with air dry clay as well. You just have to worry about it drying out. Whereas I can keep poking this polymer clay for a long time. Like, some clay I've had for years and it's still perfectly good. Ooh. I missed what Sarah had. Oh, the Dubai chocolate. Okay. But yeah, so this is how it starts. It's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect right out the gate. Hey Andrea, how's it going? but I'm having difficulty getting it to adhere. So I'm just gonna abandon what I was doing, and I'm just gonna give the noodle a nice solid squish. Let's focus on just getting good adhesion before worrying about how it's looking or what the shape is or if it has expression. Like, Anita says it would have been, or Enta says, would have been cool if you used the same color palette for the dragon as the dragon from Shrek. We may do that in the future, but this one is actually, I'm very lucky, this one's a paid custom order. So I'm working within what the client is looking for, which is a fun challenge because otherwise I'd make everything just purple and green. So would be on stalks. What does that mean? Yeah. Final countdown. What will that dry and adhere well to the glass surface? Yes, and you'll also see it's grabbing onto the polymer clay in the back, and then this is going to get sunk into the eye. That's going to be like one of the last steps. I just want to make sure that I haven't. It'll get adhered into here. I fill the socket with like hot glue or freeform air, and then we'll pop it in, and then we're going to do additional sculpting around that. I just wanted to give our dragon the opportunity to have a little bit more of like an inner lid, because if you look at a real creature's eye, it's not just flat like drawn on paper. There's like the tear line, like that inner line, and then there's where the lashes are, and then we can start getting into like the scales and folds and baggies under the dragon's eyes. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is very similar to like how a bezel would hold on to a cabochon. We're just making it out of, actually it's only if you look at it specifically that way is it similar. But once it's said and done, the polymer clay will be bound together and the glass is set into the polymer clay. So you don't have to worry about it just popping off. Okay. Ooh, Andrea says just got home from work. I'm so wanting a nap. Oh, naps are good. Okay. And so now from here, this is where, hey Triquetra, how's it going? Hey Randy, could you hit the fairy lights for me?
Oh yeah.
It's okay. Oh, we're doing pretty well. It has been a doozy of a day. It's been a little bit of an adventure, but that's all right. So let me see if I can find, this will be a good tool for it, I think. So you can take, if you don't have sculpting tools, next time you go out to eat, if they have like coffee stirrers or chopsticks or something like that, those make really great. You can use sandpaper or even a nail file to file and shape them down. To be whatever shape that you want. I just want something that I can use like a finger that isn't my finger. And oftentimes the clay will start to do things that give me ideas. I just wanted to make where if the lids were to blink, it's the part of the flesh that's like touching when they get all blinky. Well, hey Kalina, how's it going? Do what, honey?
Oh, getting all blinky.
Mm-hmm. Getting all blinky. I'm a donkey on the edge. Oh yeah, certainly so. Oh, I'd love to poop in the yard. Thank you for asking. Fingers don't have edges. Oh, thank you, Kalina. I actually haven't checked my email yet today. But I'll get back to you whenever we do. I look forward. I'm just so excited that we were able to reconnect. How's your day been? And so I'm kind of just pushing. So already you can see the difference. Hopefully you can. I see a difference between this eye and this eye. So again, whenever you're working on your own pieces, it doesn't need to look great on step one. It's all about the layers of refinement and detail that we add to it. And so, but yeah, these are how the dragon eyes that we were painting yesterday came out. I do wish our lighting were a little better. But I'm super duper digging them. And I just want to get like, I just want that to be nice and smooth. And so just starting with right here, the framing around the eye, I guess. Now, I'm still I feel relatively new to sculpting, so I spend a lot of time just playing with it. It's my sculpture. I'll play with it as much as I want. It's mine till I send it home to its client. So Kalina, I'm using Cosclay, which is very much like Sculpey Primo, but whenever it's baked, it is like very rubbery. So it'll like bend and flex and stuff. I didn't necessarily need that for this piece. I didn't need the flexibility, but it's also what I have an abundance of, and so I'm just going to use it. Ooh, hydrate so you don't dehydrate. Loki said at the end of the first Hobbit movie when Smaug opens one ancient eye. Yes. Oh my god. It was like divine alignment that we got uh so much commission work for Small Guys. We sold so many out of our booth. Woo, Mr. Putham's in the house. It was very fortunate timing that we were doing what we were doing, and our Dragon Eye video had just gotten popular around that same time. And we were able to take advantage of that. Like, we were able to get lucky and ride the wave, and that's my favorite thing.
By the way, if your meditating solar powered gnome outside is no longer where he originally was,
What'd you guys do to my gnome?
hunting me in the backyard.
Mr. Putham's was? Did he knock over gnome?
Decided it was the perfect time to pounce. Went full steam, tripped over your garden bed, did a somersault in the air, and smacked the gnome.
Oh no! Is Mr. Putham's okay? Yeah.
I assume everything is fine.
My goodness. If you guys don't see my comment, I'm not feeling very well, so I'm gonna hop off. Sorry I couldn't stay longer. Oh, right. I hope you get to feeling better, Raptor. Thank you for stopping by, and we'll see you around. I do hope you get to feeling better. Ooh, Cleena says, I may to get some for making rings. Oh, that'd be wicked cool, especially for like the ring band. But yeah, so you can see, and again, I'm not worried about getting this one to perfect. I'm going to get this one up more or less to matching ish. We'll see. I should commission you to make a small oval cab eye of Loki. I can make myself, but it's more fun to wear another maker's stuff. Oh, right on. We're going to have to look into whether or not we can ship to Canada again, but I'm sure we could figure it out. But yeah, because I watch like here on Kick, there's a sculptor, Knotbush, like C Knotbush. I don't think I'm pronouncing it correctly, but he does amazing, amazing sculptures, and he's so he does a movement and it did exactly what he makes it look like, at least, that you whoop, and it did exactly what it was supposed to do first try. Or maybe he might, poke it like 5 to 7 times maximum, but he's not sitting there rubbing an eyelid for 20 minutes the way I am over here. But comparison is the thief of joy, and I'm at my stage. You okay, Mr. Puddums? I think he took too big of a bite. I lost my train of thought. Oh no. Choo choo. There it went. Oh, you're not in Canada? Well, that's all right. We'll get it figured out. I don't know why I was thinking you were in Canada. Have you considered a dragon with human eyes? Oh, that'd be wicked cool. We'd have to try that out. And this also, any excess clay, I can just push around to the back. He really is itsy. But it's oh, that's what it is. I don't need to be comparing the way I sculpt to the way that somebody else sculpts, because it's just like when I was into backpacking more, you got to hike your own hike. It doesn't matter what other people are doing on the trail or what pace they're keeping or anything like that. It's you're hiking your hike. That's why you're out there. And it's whenever we're sculpting your sculpture, especially in this age of, you can sculpt something in Blender and 3D print it, which is a whole crafty experience of its own. But I choose sculpting because that's all the things that tactilely, mentally, everything I want to be doing. I want to be the 3D printer, and so I'm going to roll around like a cat in nip, in just enjoying sculpting. I think it's CN or CKNOT, CNOT, BUSCH. I don't know. But he sculpts here on Kick, and I think he has a YouTube and a Twitch as well. Akalina says, yes, I have 2 printers. Right on. Giovanna says, handmade is better. I feel like they're 2 different things. And so it's like saying wire wrapping is better or silversmithing is better. Like, that's not a perfect analogy, but it's, I feel like they're 2 different enough things, at least from a crafter's perspective. And as crafters, it's always, I think, part of the fun to inform customers and art appreciators of the differences between the different, techniques and stuff, just because the more they know, who knows, they might be, secretively wanting to get into crafting, but they don't know where to start. And it's always, it's a great way to start conversations with folks. For making clay cutters. Oh, nice. That's cool. Loki says, kind of cool. If so, go back and show the remaining blood relations. I'm a bad Swedish woodwright. I'm going to roll around like a cat in nip is the way I want to live my life. Same. But it's like, why not, I really like that extending from the edge a little bit. I really, really like that. CNOTBUSCH. Thank you so much, Sarah. What? Oh, Itzy says you don't realize just how amazing your sculpting is. Well, thank you, Itzy. I think I've got a really bad case of I did it, therefore it's mediocre at best. Like, about everything I do, really. But it's fine. I don't make stuff to try to feel good about what I'm making. I make stuff so I can feel good while I'm making it. And so if it turns out looking nice and if other people like it enough to buy it, oh, that is very good. But if I don't enjoy what I'm doing, then it just, that flame kind of peters out. And that's the thing though, is that, you know, you gotta stick with it and practice, and you will improve. If you love it, the practice will feel like play, and it's really easy to improve at things that inspire you and that you love, even if they are very challenging. Just because if you're passionate about it, the practice feels like play. You know, I was really feeling into learning the guitar there for, honestly, for a couple of years. I need to not be hard on myself, because I was like, for the amount of progress I made I expected myself to be farther along on the guitar than what I was. And that kind of slowed down. Like, it started to feel a little bit more like a chore to show up for my daily practice. It wasn't helping that my hand was hurting, but when the passion started to fade out, do what, honey? Gotcha. Which I think was by my own hand, by being, critical of my progress and stuff instead of just showing up. Because at first it felt like showing up to play Guitar Hero, because I was playing along with this app called Musician, which I still enjoy, but I don't know, just my passion has wandered on elsewhere. And so it started to feel more like a daily chore that I needed to be doing. And I know I'll find my way back to it. But for now, I'm like feeling really passionate and excited about learning ballet. I did 3 ballet practices last week, and already I've seen huge improvements in my turns and stuff on for hooping and belly dance. So I'm like kind of cross training with those things off on the side. But if that's where my passion is, then I'm going to follow it, even if that's only my passion for 2 weeks. With YouTube University, it's like free to just try out different things and see what you fall in love with. And some hobbies might be a one night stand, some hobbies might turn into a lifelong commitment, for better or worse. Have you tried Tai Chi? Like 2 10-minute things on YouTube, but I really liked them. Like, I love the breath, like the kind of pairing movement, the inhale and like that whole cyclical, like that's really nice. The Curse of ADHD, always very passionate about something, but it's not the same thing as last week. The curse or the blessing, okay. Is that better? There's a little bit of lag, so. Jean says, "Oh, ballet, you are a woman after my own heart." Oh, well, I've always been a chunky. Like, I'm a good eater. And I didn't get put into ballet. I was in wrestling. I wasn't in like dance or anything. I was in marching band. And so I was never felt like I was graceful, certainly not naturally graceful or any of these things. But as an adult, uh, in like 2007, 2008, around that time, I discovered flow arts, which is like hoop dancing and poise spinning. And I'd loved belly dancing. I had been introduced to belly dancing in high school with I'd go to these like full moon drum jams and we'd like dance around the fire. It was awesome. But Nina and Vina, like belly dance workout or something, like had like a beginner's belly dance section and then this like absolute torture fest that was the workout segment. I should try that and see if I can still do it. Anyways, but I love belly dance, loved all that stuff, not good at it, didn't care. I was having so much fun. It's like, it doesn't matter if you're good at it when you're having that much fun. That's the point. A cat rolling around in Nip. But so I'm almost 40 and took my first online like follow along with the YouTube ballet class and absolutely loved it. And I've been taking belly dance classes for the past year, so fortunately we've touched on some of these different things, and so I'm self-aware enough of my form to be like, oh, that's not very good. So, but I'm having so much fun, it didn't matter. So one day I'm going to be dressed up as a dragon doing ballet and playing the guitar, walking around at a Ren fair near you. I'm pretty pleased with that, except for I keep boogering it up on the lid, which is okay. Giovanni says, "You're near 40? No way." I think I turned 38 this year. Randy says I turned 37. So I'm rounding up. Like, I've got 3 years. A lot's going to happen in 3 years. But also, it's going to go by in a blink of an eye. So. All right, on. Saki Girl says, "You're young, Vaughn." Kalina says, 43 here. Right on. That is your niche, right? I'm just working my way up to there. Oh no, and I kind of broke the. Well, I didn't break it. I just knocked down that nice crisp top edge that I've been trying to get by petting like this with the little paddle part. But I still feel pretty youthful. Like, I'm doing all right. I can run up and down the stairs with the zoomies sometimes. I'm getting through. But there are not local ballet classes that offer dance to anyone under like 25. I have to drive an hour to get to belly dance classes. So I'm like, this, or not belly dance, well, belly dance too, but for ballet. There's in Springfield, Missouri, there's an adult ballet class that is beginner friendly, like true beginner friendly, allegedly. But no, it seems that way with the reviews and stuff. But so it seems like a late stage in my life to be taking up ballet, but I'm not gonna let that stop me. And in fact, I think I want to learn new dances every year for the rest of my life, because I think that'll be freaking fun and awesome. Okay, I think I might have petted this one enough. Let's go pet the other one. Ooh, it's because most music teachers teach students how to play, not how to practice. Ah, that's good thinking. Yeah, I'd like to, Loki, I admire you as a musician. If you have any advice to give, or like good exercise videos or something for like for playing the guitar. I'm trying really hard to not say the word fingering, but it's like there's different fingering exercises that you can do, like the spider finger exercise, like in flutes it's called. So I'm trying to figure out how to ask that without sounding like I'm deranged. But but because there's so much and I don't know where to start. Okay. And I can actually use more than just one tool too. Randy, is the heater still on? Because I am burr cold right now. Like, my nose is cold. Strengthens finger on the neck, doing triads through the cycle of fourths. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. So if you could send me a YouTube video link for whatever, or I'll just Google that. Possibly. Last I got over on Craft Along with Vaughn is just got back home from work from Andrea. I wonder if she's taking that nap. And then arpeggios and scale plus imagination. Imagination. Saki Girl says, "But Lucky, don't look it. Just dyed my hair bright red and felt great." Ooh! Itzy says, "I'll be 50 next month." Nice. Oh, Itzy, I'll have to find what the ballet page is called. I have it pulled up, but on my desktop, well, actually the power blipped, so I'm probably gonna have to. I'll rummage through. I followed along with it yesterday, but she's just a young lady that she seems perfectly competent, and I liked her teaching style and pacing. Like, she got right to it, and she has a whole like beginner series. And so what I did is for week 1, I just did she had like an hour long lesson. And then the second video in the series is just a 22 or 26-minute long, like just the going through like your pliés, the tendus, the not decoupage, but I always say decoupage when you do your foot out. And then like I don't know, relevate, I don't know. Like I barely speak English, y'all. I don't know what the French terms are for this, but I do well enough just following along with her. Okay. I don't think I'm going to benefit from touching it more. And they're not even at all. Had the heater switched off? Oh, okay. I'm just cold. Oh, okay. I see. Try Barry Harris. Oh, okay. Is that for ballet or for guitar? Also, oh, there it is. Okay, so here I have like some styluses and things, but what I'm looking for is my craft knife. Where is my craft knife? Ruh-roh. We've got a knife on the loose. Here it is. Oh, improvisation. Okay. My hubby is in Wisconsin. It's like 4 degrees there. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. And with our wind chill last night, it felt like 1, but it was really only like 20 or something. Oh, Randy says it was 14. Never mind. Starting KFC, no flats and sharps. Do it. Do, re, mi, fa. La is the 4th note of C. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I'm in sculpt mode right now. I'm worried I'm not going to retain any of the information that you're giving me, Loki. I'm sorry. Yeah. Or something that I can give my full attention to, like, later this evening. Oh, was he really not? Oh, thank you, Loki. Okay. And also, I personally feel like, I guess I've decided that I'm not great at doing, like, smooth, clean-looking stuff. So if I'm working with it and working with it like how I have been and I'm not really making any progress or changing anything, then I'm going to come through and just stipple this. With a ball stylus. Because even though I'm working on a time constraint, which the client said that we don't have to get it done by Christmas, like they'll be able to utilize it as like a birthday present afterwards, if we aren't able to make it. But I really I want to try to get this made before Christmas, just because that'd be amazing. So even though I have that time constraint, I still am okay with letting myself practice and explore and play a little bit. Because the last thing I want to do is burn out. I want to fan the flames of the fire of my love for sculpting. I don't want to hydrate so you don't hydrate. Before I do, we can look at these side by side. And so my strategy, whenever I can't hit like perfection, because to do perfection, I would bake this and then sand it. I would start sanding them to get them to be like really nice and skin smooth. But I just start layering on the details like crazy. Oh, bye, Laura. We love you. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks for so much for hanging out, Debbie. Have a great rest of your day. But yeah, so I'm just going to come in and I'm going to do a little bit of the stippling. And I'm just trying to be consistent about where I'm pressing because it's going to kind of push that eyelid a little bit more out. But I don't want to go like and like, gouge it from a different direction. Thanks, Zenta. I hate to say it, but I've probably been lollygagging, but I've really been enjoying myself. And honestly, if you had asked me 20 minutes before the live stream today how I felt about this project, I'd have just looked you in the face and kind of like screamed quietly internally. And because I was like, I don't know how it's going to go. I don't know. But now that we're here doing the thing, the anxiety is lifted. I'm just here doing a thing. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here. Just crafting. Nothing suspicious. Okay. So now, or my knife. There's my knife. I'm going to try something. All that hard work we did. I'm going to... I started with them closer together, and I'm making this be a little wider. I'm doing just a very light cut with my blade. And now that we've gone past the center, I'm going to get a little smaller again. And then I'm going to rotate it. And I kind of want it, this eye is going to be on the left, I do believe. So I kind of want these cutting in from the back here on this top part. Ooh. Whimsical Intention says, have you ever tried extruding clay using the smaller holes to line the inside of the lid and then dotting with the smallest ball tool? I haven't. I bet that would look amazing. Did you do that in one of yours? Because they looked amazing. Because like I'm picturing it in my imagination, the answer is yes, but okay. I'm looking for the tool that I do not know where it is. It's probably over there and there. Okay, so now I'm going to try to get this to be matching. So we're going to do from the back, cutting just in, not too shallowly. Oop, that one is kind of weird, but that's okay. I don't get upset whenever I mess something up because I'm never going to not mess up. So I may as well get pretty decent at figuring out how to fix messing up. Like if I gouge something with a thumbnail or if I cut it and it drags funny. Like it's not project ruined. No, it's not project ruined. It's just, there's only going to be so many ways that I can mess a piece up. And after the next like 30 years of sculpting, I imagine I'll have messed up in most of those ways. And if I know how to craft my way out of it, then we don't got to worry. So now I've decided I like it and I'm extending that cut just a little bit more. Only on the top am I doing it at that angle. Here on the bottom, I'm having it be most of them right on. Right on. one of my strategies lately is I only get on for scrolling on social media when I'm looking for a thing. So it's like Pinterest style. But instead of going on there for you feed, I'll specifically search reptiles or something, and I try to not let myself go over 20 minutes because really that's a long time to go down a rabbit hole without coming up for some air. And it'll be like almost Clockwork Orange style, just consuming information through my eyeballs, and then I'll not look at any more references, just let that gestate in my brain. And then so like my favorite thing to do is to watch sculpting videos that are like that, and that way I can kind of just absorb the techniques, but it's giving my hands and elbows a break. Well, I thought that's where that tool was. I was wrong. Ah, thank you for saying so. That the eyes are coming along nicely. It could be in here. Oof, poor Pastavan. If she had just labeled, I would have known which tool bins are for which. Okay, so I've got one little sculpting tool that's like my favorite, and I've tried to reorganize everything, so I put everything back in together, and I wish I hadn't have done that because now I don't know where anything in my craft room is. This one might be good. It's not the one I was looking for. That one might be good. None of these are the one I was looking for. Oh well, I'll use this one. It's not my favorite, but I'll survive. And then we're going to zoom back in. And so from here, we can take, this is just like a little angled tool. Like it looks like the tip of a trowel. And we can press down on either side of that cut. So we're going to press down and press down. And so this is kind of like squaring off the little scale bumps. You like that? Hey, Michelle. How are you doing? And so I'm just pressing. Yeah. If I don't know how I want something textured, I'll just stipple it, and that way lots of paint will settle in there and it'll make it look very like recessed, which I think it'll be fine. All right. Randy, are you able to put it on the Be Right Back screen?
Try. I don't know how it's going to work with the vertical.
Let's go ahead and try it and see what it does for the vertical streaming. I am ready. I will be right back, y'all. Okay. Well, that's just going to be how it is then. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Here we are, back, you guys. Oh, well, thank you so much, Harley. That's what these dragon eyes look like when they're finished. Or not just the eyes, but like the heads. That's what we're making. You have to trust the process. It starts it starts as this if we're lucky, you know. So and that was a recent development. We used to use the crazy bone skulls for like the ram heads, are actually one of my favorites, to sculpt over. And that's what I recommend to folks if you want to sculpt your own one of these. Those are just perfect, really. Uh, oh no, hey baby, will you pop back up the? I know how to make it show though. If you could pop it back up, yeah, I'm ready. Okay, so I've gone full screen on YouTube. So this is what on the other platforms that we're streaming on. See whenever we go, be right back. And so this is what, you know, they start as this that we sculpted and made molds of. This is one that used a Crazy Bones gazelle skull as a base, but then we added a whole bunch of like polymer clay mushrooms and sculpted elements and different things. So, but yeah, next time I need to go AFK, I'll angle this screen towards that so that you can see what's going on. But yeah, like so like that one right there, you can totally see. I think it would benefit, you know, from some more depth and details in the eye holes. Hence the this that we're working on. Thank you so much, Randy. That was perfect. All righty. So here we are doing the bottom eyelid, kind of like little scale elements, which I think I'm going to go ahead and just stipple with the tip of this tool. Again, my whole thought process is to make more paint settle in on this inner edge to give it a really nice gradient. So the more details we put in on these stages while we're sculpting, the easier our paint job is going to be, quite frankly. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to give some true and earnest effort towards finding that freaking sculpting tool. Oh, well, thank you so much, Miss Fortune. Like, truly, that means a lot to me. That's very sweet for you to be kind like that, but also, like, just thank you. I'm trying to be better about taking compliments or accepting compliments. Oh, I didn't. Give me. Oh, I found my thingy. My favorite thingy. Yeah, I gotta put this back into split screen. There we go. Ooh, Triquetra Moon says, I'm sad they stopped selling those skulls, but I'm glad you guys found a way to make your own. Me too. And I really wanted it to, you know, I really wanted that to just keep buying theirs because that was so easy. But and they restocked them around Halloween. We were able to get some more of the ram head ones, but it just knowing that we might not always be able to get them made us very inclined to just sculpt our own because we needed to branch out into that anyways. And so it was the perfect motivator. I don't know why this one's my favorite, but clearly it is because it's got the most crud built up on it. It's flavor right there. But I want to get in here and I'm just going to press down. I think. How do I want to do this? I don't know. I think just pressing down, yes. Pressing down right there through that scoop is going to give us that nice articulated scale effect that I'm looking for. Just trying to smooth that out. Just pet it. Pretty dragon. But yeah, that's pretty nice, I think. Like, I'm all right with that. I have to pay attention to it next year. Hopefully they do more around next Halloween. I'm very hopeful.
So the price did shoot way up.
Yeah, the price almost doubled.
Almost tripled.
Oh, had it really?
Yeah.
Randy says it almost tripled. I think it's tripled from whenever we first started buying them, but just from last year, it's doubled.
Okay.
And we have to remind ourselves, not a wrong way to do this. We're not making a museum replica of something that's already crawling on the face of this earth. We can have this look however we want. There is no right or wrong, you guys. Yes. Okay. So I'm just pushing up slightly. There we go. Very subtle, but I love it. So I was watching a documentary about like a horny lizard or something, but just the way that its skin is whenever it rains and there's like little puddles, it'll go and like stand in the puddles, and the capillary action up from its legs will eventually bring the moisture, like the water, to its mouth. And I just thought that was like the coolest thing. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can do this whole thing with just this one tool. Yeah. There we go. So I'm just pressing it down and over. Don't mean to be out of frame. Ooh! Itzy says, "Oh my god, I'm making Christmas cards and there's gold and silver foil bits floating everywhere. Oh no. It is the season." Price of silver has gone up a lot in the last month, like 30%. Oof. Ow. There goes wanting to get into silversmithing this year. Well, hey, Enchanted, how's it going? Hey, Mustangs. When these get painted, do sharp corners cause problems? Mm, no, a sharp corner, whenever I'm sculpting, if I see a sharp corner, I just know that that's going to hold a highlight really crisp. So whenever I'm dry brushing, that'll be a very like distinct line, or has the potential to. Um, but I'm looking here for getting some nice like shaping and space, and I want them to look like, I don't know, like not scales, but like just like almost like the little nubbies that are down an alligator back. Go, and then I'm going to do the bloop 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 little poking bits. That's right, I need to do that on the inner lid as well, just like how we had before, but I'm going to use the tip of this tool. Yeah, it's really nice to know that you don't have to have the exact tool that I'm using to be able to achieve um like so much of this could be done with a sanded popsicle stick and a toothpick. Enchanted, today I'm using Cosplay, but I could have used Sculpey. I just used Cosplay because that's what I have an abundance of. Okay, and now I kind of did a mess up because I want these to be mirrored. So I did the cuts on this side in the wrong direction. So I'm just gonna squish it together. Not the end of the world at all. Yet. And I'm just kind of squishing and pushing the cut together. Trick just says, so I think I mentioned how vending for me right now is sadly not possible, lack of a car that can haul my stuff. But my mom works at an inn that has an event every year. So I sent her things I've been working on, and some of it sold, which is so nice, which I didn't get to be there for. But it's nice to have at least one event my stuff got to be at. Yes, that's amazing. Oh, well, congratulations. If there's a crafter, there's a way. Like, hell yeah. Have you done a cost analysis of hiring an Uber to get to your event? Like, if it's local enough? Like, if you just,
It would be very hard.
yeah, or something. Like, but I wonder though, you've got to, in this modern age, I'm sure you can get on Fiverr and hire your favorite stranger to drive you to an event. Just like rent a minivan with a driver, like, because that way, if you don't want to have to be always paying for a vehicle, because car payments can be prohibitively expensive. So it might not be the cheapest option in the world, but
Where you did
uh huh,
have to be a large
yeah,
vehicle that's so low
yeah.
and to be able to get yourself back.
That's true. Those are good points to bring up. That but I wonder if it's Googleable because it's free to search things and be like, oh, that's prohibitively expensive. Because like, how much is it to get like a U-Haul van for the day local? I wonder. I don't know either. I know we've never done it because it was as expensive as a car payment to get it across states the way that we need. But
For a local thing,
do what?
for a local thing, that might be the way to go.
Yeah. Troy Coach just says, "Oh gosh, I don't know if an Uber showed up, they would be cool with me filling their car with a tent and tables and totes. I did look into renting a car, and I would be paying way more between that and the vending fee than what I have made so far. I understand." But just things to, whenever we keep a curious mind about these things, we're more likely to find potential possible solutions. Um, then I know that whenever I decide, oh, that's not possible, I'm not digging, I'm not pursuing and finding a way. So, and you've already got your stuff at at an exhibit like that's, and sold some things, or at an event rather. Like that's amazing. That's not nothing. Okay, so how do I do this in a way that they're not just mirrored? So do I need to cut in from this angle? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. No.
Sarah, I know. They order more silver. Maybe it should
Oh, yeah, that just came through. Okay, I'll read that. Michelle had said, doing good, just got home from this weekend, was 50% off of everything in Goodwill. Ooh, so I went through like 3 or 4 of them. Did you find like some good finds? Ooh, whimsical creation, etching, and wood burning. Triquetra says, I do plan to get a car myself. I don't mind the monthly payments thing, but I need to go back to a regular job for that first. Gotcha. So while I will be able to eventually vend again, it'll probably be a year or so before that happens. Right on. Some things just take that much time. Katrina says, Sarah, I know. I need to order more silver. It went from 25-ish an ounce in January to 70-ish per ounce now. Oof. Ooh, what about local sites like Marketplace? Maybe. These are good thinkings. So this one I'm doing a little differently because I'm just cutting in with the craft knife, or not even a craft knife, just with the sculpting tool. Well, thank goodness the cuts are at least in different directions. Found a few things. It was really picked over. Gotcha. Well, with a 50% off sale, I bet. I'm just blending on the back because I want to. So I'm lifting up and pressing down. And then I'm going to kind of drag up a little on that little tip that it makes. There we go. And now we can come through with our ball stylus and kind of just texture that down a little. Just trying to get rid of any weird puckering and stuff if it's too much to match the other side. So it's a very slight difference between doing the cut in with the craft knife and the sculpting tool, but and I don't even mind them being too slightly different because these are going to be on opposite sides of the dragon face enough that I don't think it's going to be detrimental. And then I'm just coming in with the back of my fingernail and kind of removing any, just kind of rounding out that joined edge, like right where the clay meets the glass of the eye. And if there's a little bit of clay being weird and like stuck on there, don't worry about it. We'll be able to scratch that off after it's been baked. And so this is something that I think you can tell with this, Randy, that it's there's no way I'd have been able to do this with the freeform air. I'm making some dragon eyes. But do you know what I mean, Randy? That there's no way I could have made this with the freeform air. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't be. There's no way, but it would have been really, really prohibitively challenging. Plus, I'd have been on a time constraint of it's curing, gotta be fast. Faster, faster, gotta be faster. Gotta go fast. Okay, so now, moment of truth, we get to see if if these look. Oh, and you didn't even get out till after 2. Right on. We're gonna see if these look derpalicious or if we did a good job, because they might need tweaked a little more. Because we did a good job. They just might need tweaked a little more. Derpalicious. Nailed it. This thing's dusty.
What thing's dusty?
My dusty dragon. No, it's like dusty from the foam. Sorry.
Oh,
Okay. I think that looks freaking awesome. Oh, thank you guys. Ooh, Isis says, ooh, is that going to be okay to do that kind of clay? Oh, I'm just setting them in there for a moment to see how it's looking. I'm going to pop them out and bake them. These are 40 by 30 millimeter glass cabochons. Oh, that looks freaking cool. All right, before they fall out. All right, putting those down on the thing. Y'all, I think that is it for today. We're going to spend a couple more minutes just hanging out. I'll just log on earlier tomorrow. So, but we're going to be streaming again tomorrow, probably at 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. And I am anticipating doing the first layers of Freeform Air tomorrow. So the idea is, oh, thank you, Linda. But what I'm anticipating tomorrow is this evening, what I'm going to be doing off camera, so I am actually going to be working overtime tonight, is we are going to be doing the expanding foam for on the neck. I'm going to beef it up with some foil. We'll actually probably get video of this for a how we made it tutorial. Can't use it if we don't get it. But we'll get video of that to fill y'all in as we fill it in. And then we'll go over it with the expanding foam. And before the stream tomorrow, I'm going to already have the trimming and the sanding done so that we can then go into what all it is that we're doing. Which will be, I think we're going to be adding, let's see, we've got a nice little glow in the dark starfish. That's going to go like that. We're going to have quite possibly either some little gazelle horns or some big gazelle horns, or like a little spike coming back. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be doing the fin or not. I'm going to the more I tried to decide what this was going to be, the more anxious I was about whether or not I'd be able to achieve that. Whereas if I just make a dragon and get out of my own way, then it'll be great. So we did have that as an idea, but I'm not married to it. But there may be a little fin off of this one that's very similar in concept to like how it's similar but different. Like that's the most similar thing I can show you right now, is those coming off the side. So we'll see how it goes. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I'm going to get these popped into the oven, and Randy and I are going to start our second part of the work day, working overtime. But that's all right. It's worth it. So be sure to sign up for our free newsletter at backtoearthcreations.com so you never miss out on a thing. We send out a newsletter every time we go live, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Happy crafting, you guys. Bye.